Hi there, and it's that time of the week again. It's time for This Week in F1. Now we had not the greatest race on earth in Portugal, but we had an interesting race, and we've got an interesting title fight on our hands, and the constructors are looking just as good. And of course, for all the die-hard McLaren fans out there, we're still in this. We're best of the rest at the moment. But I'm not going to waste your time. This is This Week in F1. Alpine feeling up to the task. Well, Esteban Ocon has laid the pressure on for Alpine for the Spanish Grand Prix. He has said that the car's new updates will determine how fruitful the rest of their season will be. A double points finish for the team in Portugal has raised hopes for the rest of the year. Ocon has called the car nice to drive on a tricky track in Portugal and said that the performance at Portimao of himself and veteran Fernando Alonso has given the team confidence. With the Alpine team currently lying 5th in the Constructors' Championship before the upcoming Spanish GP, Ocon says there is a good atmosphere in the team heading to Spain. And of course it is Fernando Alonso's home race, so we're looking out for them. Ferrari unable to explain Portuguese tyre struggles. Well, Charles Leclerc has dropped a small bomb on Ferrari before the next Grand Prix. The Monegasque has said that issues with his setup and the tyre issues with the medium tyres in Portugal has left him with confidence and pace issues. An 8th place in quali and a 6th in the race has left Charles Leclerc unhappy and hoping for a better performance in Catalonia. Leclerc was quoted as saying, "I never had any good confidence and references to build on for the rest of the weekend, and in these conditions I paid the price of being so inconsistent during the free practices." We'll be looking out for him. Of course, the team radio was leaked. Well, it wasn't leaked, but the team radio was played, and you can find the clip on YouTube where Carlos Sainz was told to make way for Leclerc. And it seems that this early in the season it's already obvious who the number one for Ferrari is. Give Bottas a break and not the sack. Lewis Hamilton has come to the defense of under-fire teammate Valtteri Bottas. Bottas had earlier this week felt the need to dismiss persistent reports that he was on the verge of getting the sack, being 37 points behind Hamilton already. Hamilton was quoted as saying, "Valtteri just got pulled the last race. I think people need to give him a break and let him focus on what he's doing." In my humble opinion though, Hamilton has always been more at ease with a teammate who isn't quite on his pace, and with all respect to Valtteri Bottas, he's never really looked like challenging Hamilton for the title and seemed happy to play second fiddle to Sir Lewis. Mick has no chance, says Rosberg. It can't be easy being the son of a world champion. Now imagine being the kid of a 7-time world champion. And even though Mick Schumacher has impressed in his first season in Formula 1 in a less than impressive Haas, former world champion and son of a world champion, and former teammate of Mick's dad Michael, Nico Rosberg has said it's quite impossible for him, Mick that is, to be as quick as his father, who is the best ever. But everybody compares him with his father. Is he as strong as his father? And this is tough. Mick Schumacher at the start of his career still has a lot to do, and I think it's unfair, of course, in my humble opinion, to compare him to his father or even to his uncle. Let Mick be Mick, and I'm sure that he will have a great career. Red Bull poach Merc staff? Yes, 5 more engine personnel have left Mercedes for Red Bull's new engine project this week. A month ago, Red Bull poached Ben Hodgkinson as technical director from Merc. And this week, 5 more senior personnel have joined Red Bull. Red Bull team boss Christian Horner has said that more signings were on their way. Will they also be from Mercedes? We'll have to wait and see. Vettel to finally get Stroll's car updates. Aston Martin have admitted this week that Sebastian Vettel's lack of comparative pace in Portugal was because Aston Martin owner's son Lance Stroll had the new aero package and the 4-time champion Sebastian Vettel did not. Despite this, Vettel still finished ahead of Daddy's Cash, and Vettel has said, "This weekend I'll have the upgrade Lance used in Portugal," which he felt was promising, so I'm looking forward to experiencing it for myself. How do you justify giving the upgrade to the owner's kid and not the 4-time world champion? Stroll has looked better in the first couple of races, but really? 4-time world champion? Really? I have no words. Williams need a miracle. George Russell has burst the bubble of many older F1 fans who still remember Williams from yesteryear by claiming unless the stars align, the very sensitive Williams would end up nowhere this season. The promising qualifying pace in Portugal proved a false dawn, when in the end, even Latifi was actually passed by the slowest grass Haas, piloted by promising Mick Schumacher. Russell went on to say that the aerodynamic sensitivity of the car left himself and Latifi with little to no confidence at the start of a race, but that the car did have potential and pace. The first few laps of the race though, they were feeling out the cars, which left them with too much to do in the rest of the race. Predictions for Spain. Yes, it's that time again. It's time for me to make an absolute ass of myself. I had a few right for Portugal. Let's see what I said this week on Super Brew. On pole, I'm saying Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton is on a high, and he has amazing amounts of poles, doesn't he? He's aiming to break more and more records, set new standards for those that come to aim to. The win I'm giving to Max Verstappen. I'm thinking that on the straights in Spain, that Honda engine's gonna be good, and they've got a great package overall, and Max is there or thereabouts. I'm giving the Mercedes guys, Lewis, Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas, the rest of the podium, because they have the pace and they have the ability. Number 4, Tom Cruise himself, Perez, he's looking better, he's settling in the team, and I'm thinking they're going to put up a better performance. Number 5, Mr. Consistency this season, the ever-improving Lando Norris, placing in 5th, he has the pace. Putting Charles Leclerc behind him, the Ferrari is improving, and Leclerc is looking like a potential world champion in the future. 7th, I'm going for a bit of an upset, Ocon. Good performance by Ocon in the last race, the Alpine is looking better. I'm placing him 7th, ahead of Ricciardo. Ricciardo's been consistent, but he's not been very quick. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm not thinking that he's going to finish higher. 9th, Sainz. Maybe he has something to prove. Maybe he's going to get some better treatment from the Ferrari team. I think he's quick enough for the points. And 10th, I believe Gasly should be there, but I might be wrong on this one. It might be Alonso, it might be Tsunoda, it might be Vettel, it might be Stroll, but I'm opting for Gasly. Fastest lap I'm giving to Max. I'm thinking that Red Bull is going to have a good time out there. And as usual, we're ending off with some memes of the week. If these are old, please excuse me, I'm getting them from all over, and I'm thinking that these were the funniest ones that I found this week. Please give us a like, please give us a subscribe, share the videos, and please be back again next week for some more from History F1. And check out some of our other videos. It'll be much appreciated. Have a good week. May your team do well in Spain, especially if it's orange. Have a good one. God bless.